Hello, hello. Welcome to Friday Nights with Emma. Cheers. It's going to do some FPP tonight. I'll let everybody join, but I'm going to need some of this because it is not my preferred method, but it does work very good when it's finished. Move all these bits out. I'm just going to let everybody have a minute to join. Give us a little heart, a little thumbs up, let us know you're there. My key is on camera. Link is right behind him.
Yours, Sarah.
Hello, Sarah.
Christine from Glasgow.
Oh, hi, Christine.
And Joan.
Hi, Joan.
Terry.
Hi, Terry.
Catherine.
Hi, Catherine. I'll show you what I've done so far.
Sue.
Hi, Sue.
Joan.
Hi, Joan. So I started already on the heart. The big
Tracy.
Heart. Hi, Tracy.
Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl.
Lorraine.
Hi, Lorraine.
Lorna.
Hi, Lorna. I hope everybody's staying safe out there tonight.
Mandy.
And today. Hi, Mandy.
Diana.
Hi, Diana.
Deborah.
Hi, Deborah.
Viv.
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 Hi, Viv.
Your mum.
Hello, Mum.
Diana.
Hi, Diana.
Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
Margaret.
Hi, Margaret.
Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Christine.
Hi, Christine. Oh, now so
Kate.
Hi, Kate. I've got
Barbara.
to tell you. Hi, Barbara. Hope you're okay.
Jane. Claudia.
Hi,
Diamond.
Claudia. Shirley.
Susan.
Susan. Hi,
Dawn.
Susan. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Dawn.
Diane.
Hi, Diane.
I think I said Claudia. Claudia.
Is it Claudia? Yeah. Yeah, he's trying to get me distracted because he doesn't want me to tell you his faux pas this week. So I
Tina.
record... Hi, Tina. I record the midwife.
Barbara.
Hi, Barbara. So I can catch up later on in the week because we watch a throwdown when the midwife is on, so we watch it later on. And halfway through the week, he only goes and says, "Oh, I didn't know the doctor was going to die in midwife." And I'm like, "What? I haven't seen it."
Barbara.
Why would you say that? He doesn't even watch it. So I still haven't seen it.
Annette.
But yeah.
Anne.
Hi, Anne. So somebody's ruined the midwife for me this week.
Didn't mean to. I figured you watched it already. It was all in the papers.
Well, I don't read the papers.
It's not my fault.
Anyway. So, what am I doing tonight? So this is a foundation paper piecing pattern by the very talented Victoria Pete.
Christine goes tut tut tut.
Yeah. I put a link to it on my Facebook page and on Instagram as well. So if you look at the post, there's a link directly to the...
Well said, Sarah. You are Sarah.
Oh.
Let's hope the other people have caught up on it now.
Oh.
Yes.
Oops.
Lynn says, "Oh no, spoiler."
Oops.
And Claudia says there's a second part this Sunday. Angie is watching.
I still haven't watched it yet.
Linda. And Diamond says, "You just ruined it for her."
Sorry.
I haven't watched it yet. See how quick we are to judge. And Karen says, "The doctor died." Oh no, I'm not watching it either. Yes, see.
Yeah. So he's ruined it for all of us now.
No, I didn't do that. You did that. Christine says she's 3 weeks behind. And that says, "Evening, everyone. Hope everybody's weathered the storm today."
Yes, hope everyone's
Sue
safe.
is watching.
Hi, Sue. So this is Victoria Pete's pattern. Her website is Little Black Duck. And the pattern is only £5, so it's very reasonable. And you get...
Lorna says, "Spoiler alert." Diana says, "I was watching Throwdown and haven't seen it yet."
Oh, no, I won't tell you what happens in Throwdown. Definitely.
No, I think she was referring to midwife.
Oh, okay. You get 5 different sizes. So there's a 10-inch, an 8-inch, 6-inch, a 4-inch and 2-inch, a tiny one.
Jane says, "Sorry, Emma, can I show you the quilt I did as quilt as you go because it's super king and too large for a long arm."
Yeah, sure. Message me. If it's quilt as you go, you should need a long arm. But yeah. Message me and we'll have a look, see what's going on. Yeah, so there's a tiny 2-inch. Actually, that looks like fun to do. Although if I did that one, I would definitely change my needle to a Microtex, and I would use the bottom line nylon thread because that is tiny. But I'm doing the biggest one today, and it comes in.
Claudia says, "I don't read the paper and didn't know he was dead or just heard." Spoiler.
Sorry.
I don't think he is dead. I think he'll come back. Diamond says, "And throw down, I think they will end up making a toilet that doesn't flush and himself will cry."
Oh, yes. I don't know what they're doing this week. Well, we always stop it. Because I don't like to see the preview for the next week, so we always stop it before we see that bit.
Hillary is watching, Anne is watching.
Hi.
And Lynn is watching by candlelight, no power all day, and cheese sandwiches for dinner.
Oh, no. I hope that comes back
Sandy
soon.
is watching.
So if I show you...
And Diana says, no Star Trek PJs for me now.
No, definitely not. No. It comes in 4 parts.
Jan is watching.
So 2 halves and then the 2 top parts. And you have to do each one separately, then you put them all together. So I've done the 2 bottom parts already, but they were basically bigger versions.
Christine says, no Star Trek fabric for me. And Claudia says, I need a Dallas shower for the doctor.
Yeah, I think everybody can remember that. Everybody's old enough to remember that.
Your brother is watching.
Oh, hi Simon. So what I'll show you, I've got 1 corner left to do. The technique is the same for all of them. But I thought if we did that, then I could show you putting it together. So I've got this last bit to do, which looks like it should be here. But you put it together on the opposite side. So it will actually be on this side when it's finished. And for this one, I have got blues.
Diamond says the man from Atlantis coming back to life.
Yeah. So I'm going to start with this one. And I'm not very good at being frugal when it comes to this because my brain doesn't work very well with FPP. So I'm going to be a bit generous. But the way that
Anne is watching.
Put these aside for now. No. I am.
Sandy says this looks interesting.
Yeah. So foundation paper piecing FPP is one of those techniques I have to think about a lot. But I have kind of developed my own little way of doing it. Because usually I'll do it and then invariably when I flip the fabric over, it doesn't actually cover the bit that it should cover.
Joanne and Maureen. Mum Maureen.
Hi Joe, hi Mum Maureen.
Joanne says it's been a tricky week, but we are here and enjoying this. Thank you.
Good.
Sharon is watching.
Oh, hi Sharon. I think that will fit there. So this piece is a solid, so it doesn't matter which way it goes. But basically, I want to make sure, I'm holding it up the light, I want to make sure that my blue is going to cover all of that first A1 shape, which it does. And then the next bit I need to do is my background, which is grey, which is going to go here. So I'm going to lay that this way. Just make sure, before I do anything, that it's going to cover where I want it to, which it not quite does. That way it will. There we go. So my little trick for FPP, to make sure...
Sue says, love FPP, so rewarding when you sew all the parts together.
Yes.
Also, Lightbox can help.
Yes. Make sure. So my little trick is this. I'm going to put a pin in both ends of that first seam, and then, so I've made sure that my next bit is going to fit across that, but it's not facing the right way. It's facing up, whereas I need to face it the other way.
Diamond says FPP is brilliantly precise, but the waist does her nutting. Yeah,
it is. I think once you get sort of the hang of it.
Christine and Marjorie are watching.
Oh, hi Christine and Marjorie. So I'm just putting it through the little holes that I made in the pins. There we go. So I know that when I flip that over, and I can double check, that's going to cover.
Diane is watching.
The shape that I need it to. Yep. Make sure that's still covering. Yeah.
Catherine says tried FPP once and it made her cry, so yes. Avoid it now.
I think it's one of those because it's taken me a long time to embrace it, if I put it that way. The Mariner's compass that's behind me, that was actually all FPP.
Joanne says FPP is a mystic art, but with practice it's fab and gives a totally different effect. With more practice, she got more economical.
Yeah.
I have done some of Victoria's patterns and use the scraps for larger sizes to make smaller blocks.
Yeah.
Jane is watching.
Oh, hi Jane. Yeah, so some of these would definitely work on the 2-inch and the smaller ones.
Diamond says, will you be getting any of the New York Beauty panels in?
I don't think so. I don't think so, to be honest with you. I waited a long time for what I've got to come in, and yeah, I don't think they're coming, to be honest with you. So sorry, but I think that's going to be a no.
Christine says good evening, both, and Link from her hospital bed.
Oh, hi Christine. Wishing you best wishes and a speedy recovery. Hope everything went well. Glad it went at all, because I know that was a bit delayed. Glad you're getting to watch as well. So that's that and that. That's my other one.
Christine says, thank you, going home tomorrow.
Oh, yay, good, good, good. Good. It's always good to get home and get back in your own bed. You think, what, this way? No, this way, because then it'll go. No. I was doing so well. This way, and then it was going that way. Okay.
Do you need more of this?
I think I need less of that. There we go. Oh, actually, I forgot to do that. I've got to reduce my stitch length, so I've reduced it to 2 now. I did have it at 2.5.
Margaret says you need your 4-footed helper.
He's around. He's here.
He doesn't like the wind.
No, he's not a fan of that. I've printed this on the proper FPP paper. If you do use it, this has all worked fine. but I didn't think about it till after everything was printed. But this is actually, the paper is American letter size, not A4. But everything printed out just fine.
Margaret says she doesn't like the windy either.
I don't mind the noise of it.
To be fair, it's been not as bad here as it was where I work. Driving home was a bit of an adventure.
Yeah. Sad. There we go. And then another bit of grey to fit on here. So all that.
Elaine says, I don't know if it's just her, but windy weather gives her a bad headache.
Oh. Somebody else I spoke to at work said they had a really bad headache today, so I never... This one, I'm just going to... It could very well be a change in pressure.
Terry said they just managed to get their roof fixed before Dudley hit.
Oh, wow.
Sue says, pressure?
Yeah.
And Elaine says, I'm assuming it's a change in the pressure.
It's a puzzle. It's a puzzle.
And Margaret also says headache could be the atmospheric pressure.
Yeah. It's Atkins ferrets.
Timon says a weighted blanket and earplugs works a treat.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that sounds like the ticket. Yeah, I think that's gonna fit all right. Just like that. That's that one. Would you stop playing? I swear.
Paula is watching.
Oh, hi, Paula.
Sue said, or my quilt you just quilted.
Yes.
Elaine says, yes, I was in bed with earplugs in IMS, but it's gone now.
No, good.
Lorraine says, is that your bones cracking or the chair?
That's Michael playing with things that he shouldn't be playing with.
Lorna says, how was your holiday?
Oh, it was very good. Thank you. Definitely recommend Jersey.
Jane says, oh dear, Emma, sending photos seems to be beyond me, but you would have been proud of me.
Oh.
April from Australia is watching.
Hi, April.
Claudia says,
Awesome.
her daughter and family went to Slovenia where she got married to show the boys after 10 years marriage. They were due back today, but nothing is flying out.
Oh.
And they've been told they now can't fly till Thursday next week.
Oh,
it was meant as a short break.
Oh. Mixing it well.
Hannah is watching.
Oh, hi, Logan. Yeah, Michael said he was watching the planes landing at Heathrow today. Yeah, you probably did not want to be in the air today.
And that says the weather has been terrible in Cornwall today. Now 80,000 homes are without power tonight.
Oh, wow.
And says to Claudia, as long as they're safe.
Yeah. Definitely. That's the most important thing.
And Donna says, watching the planes land at Heathrow was scary. Hannelore says, I rarely manage to watch, but I'm alive.
Oh. Yay. I still have your leftovers from your quilt that I quilted. I need to bring them up to you. When the weather gets better, I'll come up on the motorbike and drop them off for you. There we go.
Elaine said there must have been some very frightened people on those planes. Yes.
I know Michael was very glad that we went to Jersey last week and not this week. Oh.
And Hannelore says, don't, I have quilt tops that need your attention.
Oh, okay.
Sandra is watching from Takur, I don't know where that is, in Ghana.
Oh, welcome.
Takoradi? Or Takoradi? I don't know how to pronounce that.
Nice.
Takoradi.
Welcome.
Claudia says, I love flying, but those landings would have changed her mind.
Yeah, I have to admit, I've been very lucky with this way. Let's go this way. This is it's got markings on it. This bit of fabric because it was one that I marked for American hand piecing, but then never used it.
Joanne asks, is the gray background Essex linen? And Viola is watching.
Oh, hi Viola. Sorry, let me just reach behind Michael. And I think it's a makeover. There we go. I think it's a linen makeover, linen texture. That's what it is. That's the one. 1473 is the colour. This is one I had in the stash. I'm actually tempted to make more and make it into a quilt.
Joanne says thank you.
You're welcome. We'll see how this one goes first, but I think it'd be really fun to do lots of scrappy rainbow hearts. Okay, so now I'm doing between, yes, A3 and A5.
Diamond says, the last time I flew in bad weather, the man sitting next to me, whom I did not know, was very kind. Luckily, he was a doctor and knew how to deal with his hand after I nearly broke it.
Oh, bless you.
Claudia says, love the grey.
Yeah, I do like a grey for a background, especially when you've got colourful fabrics.
There's nothing more comforting than grey.
Yeah, it's Michael's favourite colour.
No,
dark green is your favourite
Yes.
colour, but you do like grey.
I do like grey. Grey is comforting.
I don't know how you can find grey comforting, but okay. Now there is a handy gadget for getting your 1/4 inch, which I do have. But...
Joanne says, got to be the right shade of grey. And Joanne says it gets on well with the other colours.
It does, it does. I have to admit, I do use a lot of grey thread when I'm quilting. All different shades of grey. Because it just blends in really well.
Hannah says, how many shades, Michael?
I'm going to be a bit opulent with these bits around the edge.
Diamond says 50.
There was a good poem I saw this week for Valentine's Day.
Lorna says apparently there's 50 shades.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. That over there like that, that over there like that. Fold that over. How's that looking? Is that gonna... Yep. That'll work. That'll do, pig.
Joanne says Victoria's were the first FPP patterns she tried. And I like how the numbers are clear so you know the order.
Yeah, it is nice. I've never done one of Victoria's before, to be honest with you. And I'm really liking it. I've done Victoria Carrington one and I've done a Jo Avery one, but this is the first Victoria Pete, and I've had this pattern for a couple of years now, since it first came out, and I'm like, I should do that. It's a little bit late for Valentine's Day, but it's still Valentine's week, so I guess it counts.
Soon be Christmas. It will be. You realize the first quarter's over with already next month?
But not yet. After next month. But not yet. We're not even end of February yet. We've still got a whole other week of February.
Elaine says after a half dozen of those hearts you will be an EPP expert. And Joanne says early for Mother's Day though.
Oh yeah.
And Diamond says Halloween is first.
Oh, I would be. You could do it in all sorts of oranges and blacks and greys. That would be nice for Halloween. These two top pieces are the, even though they're small.
Victoria says, I love the blue fabrics. It's going to look fabulous.
Thank you. It's got almost as many pieces as the bottom part. So this top bit, even though it's a lot smaller, it is one piece shy of the bottom part. So even though the bottom part is bigger, there's just as much piecing in the top than the bottom. Oh, see how I want to. Let's this one off.
Elaine asks, when are you in Sewing Street with your Quiltsboro houses?
Oh, for the Quiltsboro? 4th of March. So pretty soon. So tomorrow I'll be in with some hand piecing, two brand new hand piecing patterns, and the trip around the world, my trip around the world quilt again, which I've done in rainbow colours this time, I think, as well as ombre. I've been working on the rainbow one and it really looks nice.
Diamond says, to me, that is the gorgeous Victoria Pete who commented.
Ah, thank you. I'm honoured. And thank you so much for letting me do this.
Claudia says, I went all out and bought the Dan Morris collection from Sewing Street. Can't wait to get the bundle. And gray will probably match all the colorful FQ.
Yes.
Dawn asks, is it a special paper you're using?
It is. It's I'm pretty sure I got this from Sewing Street. It's a little bit like newsprint, so it's easier to tear away than it's proper FPP paper, so it will be easier to tear away than regular stuff.
And says 4th of March Is that the birthday week?
It is the birthday week. Yeah, so for that day I will have the Quiltsborough quilt, and then I've got a Moda quilt kit which I'm looking at because it's on the table, which I will give you a sneak peek of next week, next Friday. We'll save that for next Friday. And I've got the other charm pack, the other layer cake for the other colourway. For the Quiltsborough quilt.
Elaine says, thanks, I didn't know you were on tomorrow. And Dawn says, okay, cheers. And Anne says, Carol Dog FPP paper or Doeg?
Oh, yeah.
D-O-A-G.
I think it is. It did have an American lady, picture of an American lady on the front. So I'm guessing that is it.
What does an American lady look like?
You'll know when you see it. You'll know when you see it.
I thought we all humans look alike.
American church ladies have a certain look to them. They're very nice. Okay. It's like that game we play. Guess the nationality.
Oh, yes. Joanne says it's Carol Doak, I think.
Okay.
I've used that, but I prefer the pattern trace paper. I think you just have to be consistent in whatever paper you use and make sure it's thin so it tears.
Yeah.
And Victoria says pattern trace also do a great FPP paper.
Oh, thank you.
They're UK based and the paper is A4.
Oh, which is good.
So perfect for the printer.
Yeah. So even though I didn't have any problems with this one, with it printing out the pattern, I did notice that the pattern was a bit close to the edge on this one. But you still get it. So nothing wasn't printed properly.
You can change the settings in the printer to print letter.
But the paper is letter. Yeah, but I think the pattern itself, I think it's set up as A4.
Oh,
I think.
Very well. Diamond says to me, Mikey Smarty not getting any Star Trek pants soon, man. Yes, that ship has sailed.
Yep. Yes, it has. And any other.
Oh, this will be years of retribution.
Well, not only did I take him on holiday.
Oh,
for
God,
his
here it
birthday,
comes. Yes.
And
yes, it was
arranged
wonderful.
a cake.
Yes, it was wonderful. Everything
and
was.
Made you flapjacks
I thought you
that.
watched it when we got back, and you were watching it, and I was upstairs, and I do apologize. I do feel bad. I was surprised you didn't mention it to me, because we always make fun of the doctor. Joanne says you need to be careful to make sure that it's 100%.
Oh. When printing.
Yes.
I didn't. I have to admit, I didn't check. I was naughty. I didn't check, but it is working. So one thing that the patterns do have, it has a 1-inch scale test square, which.
That's 1 inch.
You sure that's 1 inch?
Yeah, that's 1 inch.
I'm not too fussed because it's working and it's going to look fab. Oh, well done. It is. It is actually printed out correctly to 1 inch. So that's how you can test it as well.
Yes. Dawn says thank you.
Oh, there's my pins. Where did I put that little bit? Aha, this one. I think that will fit. Maybe. That's it.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It does feel like newspaper.
Yeah. I would say what you get your fish wrapped in as well.
Yeah, yeah. Joanne says I printed one page, then went back to the printer to print the next one, and didn't check, so the parts didn't match. Doip.
Oh.
Definitely operator error there.
There. I just want to pin it. Just make sure that's going to fit on there, which it does. I can flip it over. Goes there. Goes there. Very cute.
Did you hear that Henry Cavill was at Warhammer World yesterday?
No. Where's Warhammer World?
It's in Nottingham.
Oh. Oh, yeah, of course it is. What's his favourite squadron?
He said Blood Angels.
Do you like them?
No, I'm Dark Angels.
Did he say which was his house in Jersey?
No, he didn't.
So that's some big houses in Jersey, as you can imagine. So every time we went past a big house in Jersey, we said, "Oh, that's where Henry Cavill lives." There are definitely some houses that look like villains' lairs.
They were huge.
Yeah. But very nice people, very courteous drivers.
Yes.
Very clean.
Yes.
No litter.
Yeah, it's a neat place. I'd
Nice.
recommend it for a visit.
Last bit. Will this fit on the last bit? Just. Oh. No, it won't because... Yeah.
Debbie is watching.
No, I'm not going to try. I'm not going to risk it. Hi, Debbie. I'm going to be extravagant. Because I don't want to get to the last bit and then have it not be pucker.
And that says, it certainly looks very precise, but I don't think I could attempt it. I can't even work the printer since we've changed it.
Well, you can, if you print, you'd need to print out the pattern as it is. Even if you did it on regular paper, you could trace it onto, like, baking paper or something like that, or tracing paper, something that's a little bit softer than normal.
You probably could go to Wilco's or something like that and get it they'll let you print it out for you.
I don't think Wilco's does that.
Or not Wilco's, who am I thinking of? Coleman's.
Oh, yeah. Coleman's would do it. That fits. Whoop.
Joanne says cheap printer paper works too, the cheapest.
Yes. I was about to say that actually. It did cross my mind. Thank you for saying that. This is the last seam on this one. Oh, and the other thing I was going to say, if you get Victoria's pattern, in the pattern itself there are links to video tutorials on how to do FPP and how to do the pattern itself. So, and much more technical than what I'm doing.
Elaine says there's a method where you use freezer paper for FPP. She's seen Sally Ann Harrison do it on Sewing Street.
There we go. So, I'm not going to trim anything yet. Where's all my bits are here. So, I need to do half and half together.
Jane says, yes, I don't know how to print, but take it into Ryman's. They're very good, and do it for her.
And that will go onto there. So, let me pin these. Probably should trim those, but... that goes on here. Let's see here. I think it's one of those projects, even if you did it once, it'd make a nice cushion. And then the little ones, I think, would make really cute, especially the little 2-inch one, really cute cards.
Joanne says that pin trick was a game changer for her.
Oh, yay. Yeah, because that's the only way that my brain can figure out to make sure, is that going to actually fit? And that's puckering only because the pins are going straight towards each other. Oh, that looks pretty good. Just fucked with it just a tiny bit. There we go. Let's see how goes it. So you probably already know this trick, but I've got my nice clear foot on, and there's a little line right down the middle, right here. So I'm just using that guide, that line right here, to aim on this line to try and get it accurate and as straight as possible. Oops. Moved a tiny bit there, I would say, but I'm going to live with that. I'm going to leave my papers as they are for now, and I'm going to do the same on here. Let's go inside then. Oops.
Yeah.
You can see it, can't you?
Yeah. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Right,
but if you can see it, that may have to come out.
Yeah, right there. It's pretty noticeable. Still good effort. A for effort. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Sometimes I just don't know when to stop.
No. No, you don't. Usually when he's got a belly full of food. That's when he's at his cockiest.
Elaine says I'm being very brave tonight.
Okay.
Hannelore says perfection is boring. Christine says I'm leaning against an open door. Diamond says, if my hobby involved putting half a pot of paint on a tray and only using a paintbrush full of it and then saving the rest for another project, that's how I feel about FPP. If you get it wrong, it's painful. Yes.
Oh. I just ran out of thread.
Oh dear. Terry says I'm pushing my luck. No, to be fair, when I show you what I've painted and your criticisms, I appreciate them, and I'm just honest too that you can see it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I don't mind. I will unpack it.
Claudia says, "What's going to happen when the camera's off?" Your sir says, but on a live, naughty me.
Right, let's see how this one is. See if this one passes muster. Oh no, this one's off as well. Didn't do very well.
Let's see.
Let's see. The opposite way.
Yeah, actually, it's the exact same.
Yeah, but this one's off that way.
Yeah.
That one's off that way.
I wonder why.
It's because
it must have shifted.
Yeah, it's because the bottom bit feeds through a little bit faster. So I will. Although, let me see.
Dawn says I might be wearing something. And Lorna says you can definitely kiss goodbye to your Star Trek jammies now. No, it's easily...
Yeah, so what I've done, I think I'll leave it as is. So what I've done on this one, I have actually flipped the seam downwards. Actually on both of them. Because sometimes flipping the seam one way or the other makes it more noticeable or less noticeable. So flipping it that way, I find makes it a little bit less noticeable.
Let's see.
He doesn't agree. It's staying as it is.
Hannelore says leave it.
I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it.
Diamond says when you guys are finished and I go back into the kitchen, I will discover that her husband and son have polished off her Peking duck. Everything is predictable here. You're just FYI, just in case I forget to tell you, you're getting a lot of messages for the Falklands.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a new WhatsApp group thingy, so I think I'll better just like chatter.
Yeah, so a lot of it's coming up.
Yeah, chatter. Take this part out.
Joanne says sometimes when you remove the papers, they lay flatter and are less obvious.
Oh, thank you. I'm not going to worry too much about this one, to be honest. This is the first attempt.
Oh, if it's just first attempt, then it's pretty spot on for a first attempt. Claudia says, love the idea of FPP, but I think I'll leave it and just admire other people's work. I know I would lose my temper. No,
so I'm actually going to try pinning it right where the seam is, where it makes...
Joanne says, I can hear the cracking of ice underfoot me. Underfoot.
You want thin ice? He's alright.
And your Sarah says, I think it looks great. Can't see what you're talking about.
Aw, bless you. Creep. There. Those are pinned where it matters. Now, we pin the corners.
Plus, to be fair, you're not in your usual workspace doing this.
That's true. There we go. Just double check this one. Okay, fingers crossed. Let's see how goes it.
You can do it.
Yeah. See, this is... Let me have a look here. What I might do... flip this over.
And Laura says, if I think there is an inaccuracy, maybe I should do the pattern so that we all can have a laugh. No, I know my skill set, and this is not it.
I don't think I've ever seen you use a sewing machine.
You need a degree from MIT to figure these things out.
Well, we are signed up for a pottery class next month, so we'll let you know how that goes. Okay, now let's see. That is pretty good.
Joanne says, pottery, will you each have a wheel? I'm not sure. Oh, will we? Okay. It's a taster, isn't it, or something like that?
Yeah, we finally decided. Well, I signed this up. Ooh, let's have a look. Moment of truth. Oh, gotta take the pins out first.
Allison is watching.
Hi, Alison. Yeah, it's just shifted up a little bit.
Let me see. Actually, it sort of blends now.
Does it?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that blends.
Oops. Ow. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, it does blend. If you
Squint.
if you look for it, you can see it, but no, I think that blends pretty well, actually. I think that's spot on.
You like that?
Sarah, your Sarah says, that will be great. I've always wanted to do that, but her nails are so long at the moment.
Oh.
Elaine says it's so pretty. Anne says it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Joanne says it looks good. And when the papers are out, it will look fab.
Thank you.
Terry says it looks great.
Thank you, thank you.
Victoria says it looks gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Sandy says she loves it. Annette says it's a design choice. Thank you both.
Yay.
Really like the demo. See you next time. Christine says it's lovely. Lynn says it looks great.
Yeah, definitely.
And Lorna says be fine when the paper's out, and it is pressed also. Yeah, it's blended in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely know for next time, because I'll use this as a reference to see where they shifted so that I can make sure that...
Actually, it looks good with the red where you use a darker and a lighter shade, so it looks like there's depth.
You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing more. Yeah, so definitely go and check out that pattern from Victoria. So I'm all set for Valentine's Day for next year now. I have to make a cushion. Oh, you know what? This would actually be really good for...
Structure. No.
No, for maybe a smaller one, but for a nice applique on like a sweatshirt or a jumper or something. On a plain jumper.
Susan says it's great, love it. Your Sarah says looks brilliant, hun, well done.
Oh,
Your mom says gorgeous colors.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
Mandy and Anne. Mandy is watching and Anne says it looks lovely.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
And Joanne says on longer lengths, sometimes I start sewing at the middle joint and then outwards.
That's a good idea.
Diamond says it's bloody brilliant.
Cheers.
And Jane says looks amazing. Still don't think I can do it.
I think you could. I think you could. This is, yeah, I really like this one.
Mind over matter.
Yeah, I think this is definitely one of those patterns where you could really have fun with the colours as well. So I've seen some really lovely ombre ones where it's just one colour and then different shades of that colour or different light and dark.
She also says great demo. Joanne's put a link to Little Black Duck.
Perfect.
Facets of the Heart.
Thank you, thank you.
And Claudia says looks great. And when it's a cushion, you won't notice it. Actually, to be fair, I don't notice it now anymore.
Yeah, I'll give it a good press because there's quite a bit of paper and seams in the middle there. Need to be trimmed out.
And Lane asks, what is the finished block size?
This one is 10 inches. So on the pattern you get, this is the biggest one, you get 10 inches, 8 inches, 6 inches, 4 inches and 2 inches. So it's 5 different sizes altogether. And they all come in the same pattern. So you get all 5 sizes in the same pattern for £5.
Joanne says, got a rummage in my stash. Tilda, makeover, Liberty, mind is racing.
Yes.
And she also has different block sizes available.
Yes. Yeah. All the block sizes come in the one pattern. So when you buy the one pattern, you get all the sizes are included in it. So you can do them, which I will be a tip. Oh, you know what else would be a cool one? A red, white, and blue one for the Jubilee.
Lynn says bargain.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you very much for joining. Thank you so much, Victoria, for letting me demonstrate that. And watch Victoria's tutorials on it as well. They're on YouTube. She's much more precise than I am. And she'll give you lots of good tips, much better than me, and hints on how to make that perfect. Don't forget I'm on Sewing Street with John tomorrow. 2 brand new hand piecing blocks and instructions and the trip around the world quilt. And yeah. Oh, and next week I'll give you a sneak peek of the quilt spur and the Moda quilt that I'm doing for the birthday week as well.
Victoria says, thank you so much, Emma. Have a great weekend.
Bless you. And you take care, and best wishes to all the family. They're having a rough time with the COVID at the moment, so take care. Yeah?
Good night, all.
Good night. Bye-bye.